felt like a way too too complicated job for me to do somehow, because I would see these people with their walkie-talkies, with the radios, talking around, in German also, and I would think, fuck, this is so far of reach from me. But now thinking about it, I'm doing it now, and it's completely easy. And once you have spent a certain amount of time around the city, you get to know every place around you, so it's easy to do. In the end, it's a fairly easy job. Lilia! This building is so spooky. I think it belongs to Amazon. Great example of what's going on in the city in the last couple of years. Going down the hill. My name is Jan. I'm from Barcelona. And I've been living in Berlin for the last 4 years. I'm not a very experienced bike messenger. I've been doing this just for 2 years now. First year I worked as a bike messenger was for these two multinational companies that shall not be named, and it was terrible, to be honest. I felt very much out of place, and I didn't really feel comfortable working in these environments. Not with the people I was working with, but also not with the idea of how the companies were being run. But at the time, I just needed a job. And I also needed to get out of the labor work that I had been done until then. And getting into the streets with my bike felt like a good idea. Jump for this foot.
John?
What do I pick up at Oromo?
You can take the rest of it all in one trip or in multiple trips as you like, but yeah, the rest would be for you.
That's when Khora appeared out of nowhere. Really, I found a flyer laying on the street, and I reached out to them, and I started working at Khora. Khora was this food delivery collective that doesn't exist anymore, We closed it down in June, or by the end of June in 2022, and it was my first experience as working in a collective structured company, so to speak, even though it was not an actual company. But it really changed my perception of a workplace, because up until then I had been doing all sorts of labor work and in all sorts of shitty places and shitty environments, and all of a sudden it felt like, oh, there is really space for like an interesting way of working with your colleagues. And yeah, I have a feeling it was at the beginning hard for me to understand. Well, not really to understand, I understood, but I didn't really, it was hard for me to apply the work flow in a collective, basically, because there was no one telling me what needed to be done. It was rather than things had to be done. So stuff that I have with me in my bag while I'm working. To be honest, I'm not the best one with what I carry. I always forget, like patches. I use all the patches for the inner tubes when I have floods, and then I forget to replace them. So when I need them the most, I'm missing them. I'm known for this kind of stuff, for forgetting things. But I have a very shitty pump. Obviously, a wrench 15 that I actually don't need now, because the bike that I have doesn't need a 15 wrench, but I have it with me. I have some Allen keys, one of these things that I don't know how it's called, clau anglesa en català, if someone knows what I say. Inner tubes, and also plastic things to undo take out the tire of the rim. Water bottle, obviously. Rain gear. More tubes, because with the cargo you need different sizes, of course, front and back, and that's extra things that you have to carry. I have my agenda, a notebook in case you need some extra paper, and some pencils and stuff like that, my wallet, and I would usually try to carry snacks and food, but that would be pretty much it. Yeah, that's it, I think.